Okay, so it is the 8th of November. I cannot believe it. We only have this call and a call in December, and then that's a wrap for 2017. Laura Higgs just joined. Hey girls, hey girls. Can't wait till we're all together again. Okay, so I want to go over a lot of, well, there's so much about the 5-star leadership retreat, and I hope Heidi can make it, but she probably can't because soccer goes late. Because I would love to hear Heidi's perspective. I brought Heidi as my guest, and I'll get into it. It was great. But there are also so many exciting things coming down the pipeline, so I want to really just use this time to do some Q&A on some of the stuff I'm going to throw at you, and some of the stuff I'm not going to have answers about, but we're just going to kind of work through it together. Because I think what I want for you guys to get out of this call is knowing how to plan out the rest of your 2017 and the beginning of your 2018. If you don't have a business plan, you are not going to maximize the potential, and you don't want to miss the momentum of January, February, March, April, and May in this business. This business booms without a doubt every single year during those months, because I was saying to Candace today, like, believe it or not, starting in February, people start preparing for spring break. Starting in December, people are like, oh my goodness, I feel terrible after the holidays. So there's a lot of momentum going based on people's emotions, and you need to be that coach that's right there for them. So what you've been doing all summer long, working, being consistent, that is what is about to start paying off now, because when people look in the mirror and feel like they've overeaten, you want them thinking about you. Who can help me? Who can help me? Who do I see on social media all the time? And that is where your consistency pays off. So we're going to get into that, and I want to try to set you guys up with having a business plan based on the new rollouts that we have coming. But first, I want to do a little recognition. So I am going to share my screen. Can you guys see? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. So we have this awesome contest going on for October and November. So for those of you that are new coaches, we rolled out this contest that anybody that made $500 for the month of October and $500 for the month of November gets a prize. Does anyone remember what I threw out there as potential prizes? Remind me, Gina.
One of them's the selfie light.
That's right. That's right. You attach a little light to your phone for your selfies. It's amazing what some good lighting can do. What else? I think one was a bracelet, and one was maybe like a Swell water bottle or something. Yeah, I think so, because you got to get half your body weight down in water, right? So make sure, Tracy T put a post up today. But if you are in the running, I don't even have the ability to go and see what everyone has made. So you're adding up everything: your commission, your team cycle bonus, your bonus sharing that you get from your personally sponsored coaches through Team Cycle, your extra bonuses for selling 5 challenge packs in 5 weeks as coaches. So go back and look, and if you're in the running, throw your name in there, and that's inspiring for a new coach to see. I remember the first time I made $500 in 1 month. That was a big deal. And so I want to rally around it. It's not that we do this for money, but it is important, I think, for new coaches to see the potential of what you can make in this business. And some of you guys are making $500 a month, and you haven't been doing it for this long. So pretty awesome if you compare it to other entrepreneurs out there. I promise not all of them are making $500 in a month. So I want to celebrate that. Success Club last month, highlight Dina. And so instead of putting Dina on the spot, who's on this call right now saw her go live where she talked about how she's hitting Success Club so early in the month? Portia's raising her hand. Stacy, Jen, Candace, Irene, Lauren. Okay, awesome. So can 2 of you take it off mute for a minute and just tell us what you got out of that? I'm going to start calling on people.
I mean, I'll say I only saw half because I had to leave halfway through, but the part that I did see, I remember her talking about how literally the basic things of inviting and being consistent and sort of doing what we're supposed to do on a daily basis is really, really important. And I know we say that all the time, but it's true.
It
And
is. Yeah. Thank
that's
you.
something I remember.
I
Stacy,
think oh, sorry.
Portia, go for it.
I think what I really tried to start taking away from it was that she just doesn't take anything personally. Like I think I have always said that I kind of overthink things or try and like, I'll go into Facebook and like start to add whoever, but then it becomes like overthinking and like, wow, do I really want to add this person, or what what value can I add, or like, did they not respond? But it was like, Dina was just like, I don't care. I don't take it personally, and I'll just move on. And there's somebody else that will respond. And, if they don't respond, I don't take it personally. If they do respond with no, don't ever talk to me again, I still don't take it personal. And, it is what it is. And there's somebody else that's going to want my help. So that was my biggest thing with what she was saying.
Love it. So true. Stace, we'll end with you.
I just liked how you laid out basically like the calendar and the timing of everything, because I feel like our challenge groups have always just been like 3 weeks with a week off, 3 weeks with a week off, which always puts it at a slightly different time of the month. So then it kind of makes it like trickier. Well, when are you going to do the PTAs and when does it start? So just the fact that every month is the same and consistent, I liked. And then I have just been like, anybody join me anytime, whenever. And people get stuff like a week into the challenge group and then they don't join in. And so the fact that you have like your cutoffs and I need X many people and whatever, it's like just the logistics of how it all is laid out was very helpful.
Yes, I agree. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And just so y'all know, I peeked last night to look. On November 7th, she was at Success Club 12. Okay, so like, guys, if you haven't watched her video, she's not just like a lucky hitter every so often. She's consistently Success Club 10 by like the 7th of the month every single month. She's been doing that for almost 18 months straight. So like, listen to what she does and apply it to your own business, right? It's like, you got to do it. So, for those of you that are new, just go into the Faithfully Fit Central page. In fact, I'm going to task that out to Dina. Dina, go find your video and tag yourself in it. So it bumps in the page. But awesome job.
Can I ask a quick question?
Please do.
I know Dina said it and Kelly said it, and several of the top producers always say 10 by the 10th or, 5 by the 5th or whatever. Is that just a mental, like, never miss a Monday? Or is it some, like, a strategy that you, like, are you not promoting after that time? How does that work?
So I don't know how other coaches do it, Laura, but for me, I like to have my 10 by the 10th because, for one, for my availability and for what I want to give to my brand new people, in addition to all my returners, like, I can only handle so many new people each challenge group. You know what I'm saying? Like, to give them the attention I want to give them and to make sure they're checking in and to make sure they're on their game. So I feel like that's what I can handle to be a good coach. And if I'm a good coach, then most likely they'll be more successful and then they'll tell more people and that, so it's all like that compound effect. And so, yeah, so like, that's what I love about it, because if I can get my 10 by the 10th, then I'm not putting out like CTAs for the rest of the month. What I'm doing is I'm putting out like that I worked out or my motivational stuff, or I'm having like side conversations with people or talking about coaching where I'm building that up for the next month, rather than like, so that way I'm focusing sort of 1 month at a time instead of just like every week trying to get new people. That's just, and that's just what works for me. If I was going for Success Club 20 or 30, I'd probably have to do it throughout the month, So.
I like that. I feel like that's my intent, but I'm not executing it. So then I'm like into the 12th and the 15th, still like collecting acorns.
Again,
there have been months I haven't gotten it till the 30th. Like it was last August. I remember I was freaking out like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. And then I got it the last day of the month. So like, yeah, it doesn't happen every time, but it's nice, to lay the groundwork and to have that.
But if you're planning out your months, Laura, like I have up until March planned for next year, when my groups are, when my call to actions are going to be, so that I can sort of plan my freemiums are big. And that way, like I try to spend the last 2 weeks of my month. I don't want to be worried about Success Club. This year I've gone for 20 several times and I've tried to hit 20 by the 20th, but I want at least a week of the month to be talking to people about the coaching opportunity. I want that to be toward the end of the month so that I could, when we used to do it, they would roll into the training the first Monday. That's, not existent anymore. So I just like to be able to have it be a systematic thing that I know they're starting a challenge group. They're going to finish. I'm starting to plant seeds with those challengers about coaching. The ones that have finished, I'm talking to them about coaching. I'm having coffee with them. I'm just working with them to find out what it is that they want out of just their transformation and how I can fit that into how I can help them, because I know that I've got the months planned, right? So like I'm about ready to kick off a mom and kid challenge group, and I've known I'm going to do that for the past month. So literally like my whole business plan is right here on when all my CTAs are. Like it's all planned out, and this is the sloppy schedule, but I have a master schedule that's in the Google Drive that I look at every day. So we'll talk about that as we go, but awesome job to Dina. And Laura, you've just been on fire lately in terms of how you've been growing your team, and new coaches on your team are popping up all over the place. And that's been awesome to watch. And I wanted to just call on you for a couple minutes, because maybe you can just share with the team how long you've been coaching. You've not been that like stellar recruiter until like something clicked like 6-8 months ago. So maybe you can just give us like a quick 2-minute, here's what I was thinking, here's where my mentality was, and here's what changed.
Okay, so as far as I started 20 months ago, and I jumped right in because I had watched it happen for someone close to me, and then when I started doing it and started feeling the effects for myself, I knew I was in. And part of that, like, I think I put the cart before the horse a little bit, and I knew building coaches was sort of the way to go, but I tried to do that. Frozen? No? Can you hear me? Hold on. Hopefully you can still hear me. Can you get a thumbs up from anyone? Okay. So I knew building your coaches was the way to build your team effectively, but I tried to just start getting coaches, and that really wasn't it. You have to build your challengers and build your own experience first, as much as that is, maybe it could happen for somebody differently, but it did not happen for me. So then when I focused back on really working with my challengers with the potential that they could be coaches in mind, I think that made the difference.
Yes. Huge, right? Just leading with, I don't think I have any challenger that starts without talking to them about, or at least mentioning the coaching to all of them. That's been a game changer for me this year. So it's been awesome to see, Laura. You're doing awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
That's a prayer.
So yeah, that's right. And hustle. Okay. So I don't think Julia is on, but we just wanted to do 2 transformation pictures. Julia just hit her 1-year mark.
Trace, just so you know, you're not going through the slides, so we're still on the first page.
Can you see that now?
No.
Well, thank you for saying something.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you for saying technical difficulties. Okay, let's try this. Now, can you see it?
We can see it, but you're just on the first page. So can you highlight the next page? Click on.
Click on the left column.
Yeah, I am. It's not.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because it is sharing with us. So, but it's staying on the first page. There you go.
There you go.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So y'all never saw this? No. Okay. Well, we're going to back up. There it is. Okay. And then this was, you guys, this is the post in the Faithfully Fit Central. If you've made $500, pop your name underneath it. Okay. Transformation. So Julia just hit her 1 year, 20 pounds, amazing. Super proud of what she's done. So awesome. She looks amazing. And then I wanted to also highlight Candace. So Candace just finished T25 on Saturday. That's a 10-week program. So awesome job to Candace because she's down 17 pounds. And Candace, how many inches? You're on mute, sweets. We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay, lots of technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what's going on. Talk now? No. Okay, so that's weird. But anyways, I can't remember how many inches she's lost, but amazing, amazing, amazing transformation. I mean, look at that. That's fantastic. And personally, I mean, I love T25. That's where I lost my first like baby weight too. So awesome. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Laura to do this recognition.
Melissa is someone that she's just such a dear friend from a long time ago, but we have lost touch and then reconnected, and I couldn't be more thrilled. She's not on the call tonight because she's working, but she's going to be listening to the recording. And the funny thing is she contacted me she wanted containers. So
Oh my goodness.
she's a Pilates instructor. She has a heart for God, beautiful family, all in ministry, and she's like on fire, and she's soaking it all up, but she's having to reel herself back a little bit because she's just so all in, but she's doing amazing. And she hit SC8. She almost hit SC10. I was like, I got to step up my game.
Yeah.
On her first month working. So she's just such a natural fit for this team, and I'm so excited to have her.
That's awesome. And if you guys haven't watched her live videos on social media, they blow me away. They're incredible. Really great. Really great. Okay. And then I just wanted to recognize, so Raquel is on the call tonight. It's her first call. So Raquel, give us a wave. She's a local Darien mom. I met her in my driveway this summer. She came to an Insanity class thanks to Laura telling us about like getneighborly.com or whatever. So what's the name of that site?
It's Nextdoor.
Yeah, nextdoor.com. Yeah, that's how I met Raquel. So Raquel is, she's got 2 kids, and she is going to start Faithfully Fit Academy pretty soon. And the fact that she's on this call is amazing. So excited to have you. And Deborah is not on the phone or on the Zoom, but Deborah McCavitt is a brand new running her first challenge group. And she's lost 35 pounds in the past 9 months. So she also just has had an incredible transformation. So again, it goes back to like, as coaches, our job is to help people get transformations. And as those transformations are happening, we help them realize how they can help others coach as well. And that's where you get the coaches that actually do this because they have a heart for helping other people. Yes, you can make an income. And yes, they can also feel something amazing as part of this team. And that's one thing that anytime I go away to Summit or to Platinum Edge or to any of the leadership events, I'm always blown away at watching other teams come together and just being so incredibly thankful for the culture of this team. And I see the same culture in some other teams, and in some other teams I don't. And we are super fortunate, you guys, to be able to come together the way that we do, and have such like-minded, stellar, just amazing women who are truly just encouragers to one another and inspirers. And that's so awesome. And I don't take it for granted at all. So let's talk about what's coming down the pipeline. Okay, so there are 2. This was a little bit strange because they're not giving us much about the 2B Mindset program that's coming out. But Autumn basically came out and she talked about this whole new Portion Fix eating plan. I love it when we get visitors. Ha ha ha. I love it when all the kids come out. This Portion Fix app. So you guys know, like when we're in our challenge groups, we tell challengers to go to like the 21-Day Fixer app where they can basically like tap what they eat. This is going to be like so much more robust. Okay, so this is going to be a place where they can still do that in a more functional way, which actually allows you to like edit what your personalized plan is. But it's also going to have a link that you can go to where you can print PDFs. It's going to have sample menus. It's going to have, Fixate recipes that they can watch videos right on their phone. So it's just going to be this whole place where, like, I can't tell you how many times challengers have said to me, like, yeah, it's great, but like I have to go into the challenge tracker and I have to like track my stuff, and then I have to log my stuff, and then I have to log out of that, and then I have to go into the portion fix and I have to tap what I'm eating, and it's like too many places. So it's all coming together, and it's FAQ 3564 if you want to watch more. But really, really cool stuff coming down the pipeline.
So challenge tracker will be in that as well?
No, whoever just popped on, can you mute it? Just because there's a lot of static. I hear a lot of static. No, Laura, not the challenge tracker. This is just going to be everything when it comes to like eating. Like the Beachbody blog it's going to be like the Beachbody blog, the portion fix containers, the Fixate show. Anything about your portion fix is going to be on this app. Yeah. I don't think they have the functionality quite yet to merge it with the challenge tracker, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's down the pipes. So there's this whole thing that they did about portion fix, and how this portion fix that actually comes with the challenge packs now is a little bit different than 21 Day Fix, a little bit different than 21 Day Fix Extreme and Hammer and Chisel, and how these can be a little bit customized to each person. So it was definitely like, this is coming down the pipeline, and literally like Autumn walks by this woman, and I can't forget her name, but she's this new nutritionist that's been working with Beachbody for the past 15 months. And you see her picture on the right. And she comes out and she's like, okay, we've got this new program coming out. It's the 2B mindset. And it's like another eating plan. And it was sort of like, okay, like we've got portion fix and then we've got the 2B mindset. But then as we continue to watch the videos, and Heidi posted one in Faithfully Fit Central, this program is going to be catered toward the people that cannot lose weight. Like they've hit their plateau and they're still like 20 pounds overweight, because they have an emotional eating problem. I mean, I think we all probably do to a certain extent, but they are grazers. They constantly pick. They eat when they're bored. I mean, that's pretty much all emotional eating. But what was really amazing about this woman's testimony is, you can look at her in the picture. She grew up overweight, came from an Italian family, and she literally, this is her words, since the age of 8 years old, she was sent to fat camp every single summer. Okay? And it just kept packing on and packing on and packing on. And you could see the pictures of her. In fact, if you go to the Beachbody blog, there's this whole, if you just type in 2B mindset, you can read about it. But she got to the point where she was like over 200 pounds. So she went to school, became a nutritionist, wanted to understand like the scientific side of food, as well as, the psychology behind it. And there has been a whole beta group of women in this infomercial that have lost a ton of weight. And that's all they're giving us. I don't know how. I don't know if it's like a 21-day ultimate reset. It doesn't sound like there's any fitness involved. I'm sure there is something incorporated with Beachbody On Demand. But this is geared toward the people that you may have been working with for a while, that have done 21-day fix 6 times, 8 times, 12 times for a year, and they still have over 20 pounds to lose. That right there is something you're going to have to go a little bit deeper with your challengers to get to the root of where that weight is. And that's what this program is supposed to be geared towards. So super exciting, and love the fact that we've got this nutritionist that was hired from the outside that's come in, and she also has amazing things to say about Shakeology. And I don't have time to go through that on the call tonight, but the way that she endorses Shakeology as being one of those things that's just whole food, plant-based protein if you're drinking vegan, amazing things to say about it for somebody that like wasn't even with our company when Shakeology was formulated, a complete outside perspective. So that was really cool. Any questions on either of those? Okay.
What's
All
the
right.
release? What's the release date on that?
I think April.
Okay.
Yeah.
And snack bars. I'm jumping ahead, but I'm so excited.
No, can y'all see the snack bars? Did that slide show? Okay. So the snack bars, I mean, I don't know what to say. I went live eating them. I swear I would never do that. Swear I would never do it. I did it. I couldn't help it. I was so excited. These are the they don't even have the name for what these bars are going to be called yet, you guys. they gave us to him like the prototype like wrappers. But what was really cool, and I'm going to go down to the next one, is that they're gluten free, and it shows you like they are not vegan, because there is a little bit of whey in them, but they're basically, you can get like the chocolate peanut butter one, or you can get like the cherry almond. I actually liked the cherry almond better. I did not think I would, because I'm a chocolate peanut butter girl. They both were amazing. They are comparable to Luna bars. They're going to be under $2. You guys are probably going to be very interested in the second slide here. So this shows like, here's the cool thing. They come in boxes of 15. And so the Coach price for a 3-carton bundle is going to be $89, and it's going to be worth 90 PV, which will be 2 Success Club points. Holla! And it will keep a Coach active. Okay, so when you're thinking about like how to keep your spouse active, the bars can now be an option for $89 instead of buying more Shakeology. Or if you've got like 2-3 business services and you've got, business units and you've got to keep those active, this is a great way to do it. So that would be 45 bars for a month, which if you and someone else or a child, like I know my kids would dig these for snacks. Obviously not the peanut butter. You can't usually take that to school, but you guys, these bars were awesome and totally in the same ballpark and prices as bars that you would get at Whole Foods. The Luna bars, or I don't really eat a ton of bars, but they were really good and really filling. So awesome. So super, super excited that we've got these as an option. So anybody have any questions about the bars?
I do.
Yeah.
Did they say if they're still working on a vegan option only, or is this where it stands for good?
I'm sure they're constantly working on other stuff. I'm sure it's a matter of taste, is just trying to find a way to make the bar taste as good without using whey protein. But they are gluten-free. So that's pretty awesome for bars. But yeah, no vegan yet. But like vegan Shakeology took like 3 years to pop out. So it was regular for a long time. All right, anyone else? Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So okay, is anybody, let me, before I start with 80-day obsession, because there's a lot I could throw at you and we're 30 minutes into the call, is anybody planning on doing a double time challenge group? No, okay. So I keep saying there's technical difficulties. Like I'm missing like 25 slides, okay? Which is a whole nother story. And I'm like, all right, we're just gonna wing it. So I just want to share this story before I get into 80-day obsession. I went into the leadership retreat and I was like talking to Jess Dukes, who some of you guys may or may not know. She's a coach that's part of Shred Nation. So for those of you new coaches, Shred Nation is, we're in the Shred Nation umbrella, and there's a lot of great leaders that come out of Shred Nation. So Rob and Chelsea are a married couple. They run Shred Nation. And so we hung out with Shred Nation a lot at this event. And there's a coach by the name of Jess Dukes who does very well. And she and I were talking. And honestly, if I'm being fully like giving you full disclosure, we were both kind of like, we're not doing double time. That's so cheesy. Not doing double time. And sort of like dissing double time. Like I didn't even give double time 2 seconds. I saw the infomercial that they ran at Summit and I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So fast forward. So Jess Dukes and I like declared like line in the sand on the first night, we're not doing double time. Well, Tony Horton, who is the celebrity trainer, was supposed to be there doing double time with us. And he has shingles, like really bad shingles. So he can't travel. It like totally threw him out of the whole marketing plan for double time because it came out the day after Halloween. Fast forward to, I'm sitting in, the training sessions, and a husband and a wife. The wife was, or is a 6-star diamond coach, and her husband is a diamond, and he has recently decided to like join forces, and he and his wife are full-time coaches, and they have quadrupled their income in the past 4 months based on this idea that they had where they're promoting daily sunshine. So what they do is they basically started a freemium where in order to be in, sorry, let me repeat that. They basically started a Facebook group, and the benefit of being in the Facebook group is that every single Monday they would provide a family-friendly meal plan to anybody that was a member. And then they do like engaging posts. So kind of like your holding tanks, right? So in order for people to get into this group and to have access to this family-friendly meal plan, they partnered with a friend of theirs who's a nutritionist. The person who wanted to join that group would either have to be on HD Shakeology or HD Daily Sunshine. And what has happened with this group over the course of 4 months, there are 11,000 people in this group, all on HD. Okay. Can you imagine that volume? All on HD. And they just have created such a culture in this group of families coming together, and they're doing videos with kids, blah, blah, blah. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, this is like a cardinal rule of sin that I just broke talking to Jessica 2 nights before about how I was like, I'm not doing double time. I did this with Country Heat too, and I should have learned my lesson. When something comes out that doesn't appeal to you, does that mean that you have to promote everything? No. But what you need to be thinking about is like, who is your following, right? What would your followers might want to see? My husband is from Texas. I know for a fact, because I chose not to promote Country Heat because I thought it was cheesy, that I lost a lot of people who follow me that would have loved to do Country Heat. Right. And I learned that because I had a lot of them being like, I know this Beachbody girl that's doing a Country Heat challenge group. Are you? And I was like, no, I'm not doing one. And what does that mean? I mean, does it mean that I have to like fake I'm not interested in? No, it doesn't. But I should have at least polled my customers, right? I should have at least done something to get some feedback from them. So as I'm on the airplane home, I'm hearing about this couple that's like promoting Daily Sunshine, promoting family recipes. This couple, by the way, has 4 children. And I'm like, who follows me? I'm like, who follows me? It's pretty much all moms who have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. So I'm on the airplane and I just do like a question on Facebook, and it says, if you could do something for 30 minutes with your kids, like I can't remember, you'd have to go to my page and see. It was a very simple question, short enough where if you do it in Facebook, like you still get the colorful background, like if you go too long, you lose it. Super quick question on like, would you be interested in doing a workout with your kids? And in like 1 hour, I had like 36 yeses. Okay. So again, when you hear of things, and I'm not saying all of y'all need to do double time, but what I'm going to do now, based on the fact that I polled my people and they're all like, yes, 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 I ended up deciding that my challenge group for the Monday after Thanksgiving is going to be what am I calling it? Power of Partners, Power of Parenting. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do. But as I started to go through daily double time, there's an entire family-friendly meal plan that comes with double time. So Juliet went live in our page on like Thursday maybe. And if you sell a double time challenge pack this month, it's worth 3 Success Club points. So what does that mean? It means that like when people get the Portion Fix, they get like the Portion Fix book. This is a double time book. And if you want to know what's in it, just go to Beachbody On Demand and click on program materials, and you can see all of the information that they're going to get. It's like 34 recipes. And I've been working like mad at planning and cooking these recipes because I'm going to have a graphics person make 5 dinners for week 1, 5 dinners for week 2 that all come from double time. So your people will get on demand for a year, they'll get their Shakeology, and then instead of the Portion Fix containers and instead of the Portion Fix book, they just get double time. And Heidi tells me they get a ball too, but I haven't FAQ'd it. You'd have to FAQ it. So I saw Irene do a video with her 2 boys doing double time. It's a darling video, so cute. And what I did on the airplane is I came up with what my group was going to look like. So my girls are going to run it with me, and my girls truly do drink Daily Sunshine. Callie has it for breakfast every morning, and I'm just going to have my girls do some videos. I'm going to do some videos, and it's really just going to be targeted toward, I'm going to give them a schedule, what the double time schedule is, but it's going to be like double time cardio or 21-day fix upper body, right? Because the point is we're busy moms. We're not going to be able to work out with a partner every single day, but I want to add that as sort of like an enhancement to this challenge group. And I'm going to market it with my kids, and I'm going to market it using Shakeology or Daily Sunshine. So Daily Sunshine can be 2 Success Club points. Shakeology can be 2 Success Club points. And if somebody wants to actually join this group and get the hard copy of all these recipes, that's 3 Success Club points for double time this month. So sort of a long-winded story, but I wanted you guys to hear it because there's a lot to go in and look at Daily Sunshine. If you're a parent, go in and look at the program materials because I almost quickly overlooked that. And the fact that I got 35 yeses, those are people for me to call next week, you guys, that it could get them active with their kids, off iPads, bonding during the craziest time of the year. And then these would all be prime people to roll into 80-day obsession, and they could have some sick results, right? I mean, I basically get November and December to build a relationship with all these moms and move them into a different challenge group, which then sets me up for the beginning of 2018 for potential coaches who have had a physical transformation. So throwing a lot at you right there, but are there any questions about the Success Club points, about anything double time? No. Okay. So if that hits your market, I just encourage you to go peek at it and learn from my lessons. When stuff comes out that doesn't sound like it's going to appeal to you, it's never about us. It's always about our followers. Okay. All right. So the challenge group. Okay, so the sneak peek is going on right now. Raise your hand if you're doing raise your hand if you're doing a sneak peek challenge group for Little Obsessed. It would have started today. Alicia, Irene, just Alicia and Irene. Okay, so yeah, Alicia is in the group with me. Irene, who are you running your challenge group with? Oh, me. Yeah. Okay, duh. All right. So this group, you guys, who's doing the workouts? If you're not running your challenge group, who's doing them? Okay. What do we think about the workouts so far? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Does anyone want to unmute and give me more
Love
details?
it. Love it.
They're easier than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Yes,
She also
they are
said
easy.
today they build up. Did you
Who
hear
just
that?
said that?
Those keywords, they build up.
Yeah.
I know she
Okay.
keeps saying, well, just wait. This is just a little glimpse. I'm
That's
like,
right. That's right. That's right. Well, Jen Pride did a good job holding that weight behind her knee. I did that workout at 10 o'clock last night. The thing kept banging the inside of my other knee. I could not get it. You look great, Jen. Okay, so y'all, I did one of these workouts. The workouts are going to be an hour long. You probably already know this. My challenge group is like Tracy. First I told them an hour, then I said half an hour. Raquel's in the challenge group as a challenger. She's like, I got mentally set for an hour, and then I came back. I was like, it's a half hour. Like, I've never been a wishy-washy coach as I've been with this program, because no one can give straight answers, and the FAQ was not giving good details. So they are going to be an hour long. And we did this workout on Friday morning. You guys, I looked like I got out of the shower. I was sweatier than after I'm done with an insanity workout. It was crazy. You torch calories in between getting back with your bands and your sliders. The cardio in between is so intense that I don't even know what to say. It was amazing. All right, so there is going to be another Little Obsessed preview that's going to come out on the 20th. Okay, so if I can give any advice, we literally we're voxing Alicia, Irene, and I don't even know who else is running that group. I'm sorry, I'm having total brain freeze. There's one other coach running it with us. Oh, Deborah. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think they need equipment. It was Friday. I'm like, I think they need sliders. We literally have just been throwing stuff at them, but we found an Amazon link. They all got their stuff. Paper plates work fine. I did paper plates today, even though I have sliders. But December 20th, it's going to come out, and the preview that comes out December 20th, those workouts are going to stay up until the actual launch on the 15th of January. Okay, so technically you could start a challenge group on the 26th with this like little obsessed and like build up to it. January 1st, you could start a challenge group and build up to it. Like, it's all about how you want to do it. I'm starting my group on January 8th because I want to do a full week of like preparing for the meal plan portion of this. And what's going to get challenging about the meal plan is that it's not just like eat your containers, it's like timed eating. Like, no matter what, you have to eat a protein and a fruit 1 hour before your workout. And if you're one of those people that's like, but Autumn, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, she'll be like, then you get up at 3:30 and you eat. So like all the people that were in the test group, she was like serious about the food. And it's timed, right? So it's like you do your workout and then it will say like exactly when you're supposed to eat what. So you're doing macro counting within the portions, but it's a timed system. So that's a little bit more complex, and you have to think about whether or not that's right for some of your challengers who like might still be feeling overwhelmed with just the plain old portion fix, okay? They are gonna need weights. Like already I've used up to 25 pounds. I've heard some people were using 30s and 40s. They are going to need bands, and Beachbody gave us like the easy, medium, and hard, and we got 2 sets of each. Always tell your challengers to stretch the bands first to make sure there's no little tears, because if one of those bands snaps you, like it hurts. I'm sure most of us have been snapped by a band before. And then you definitely need the sliders, okay? And there is also gonna be a Spanish live feed, which is gonna be awesome. Okay, so the other thing is that the performance line is also used in this program as far as the meal plan goes. So energize, hydrate, recovery, and recharge is used. The only thing that's not in the meal plan is the creatine. And so again, there's different challenge packs that you can sell based on talking to each of your challengers to find out if they're going to be using the performance line or not. Right? So like if you look over here, the mega performance pack, that's $356, but it takes them through the entire 80 days. All of a sudden they're going to get 2 energizes right off the bat in their box. They're going to get 4 tubs of recovery. So you can kind of see what they're going to get. And then there's like a mega, a combo, and a basic. So it's whether or not your challengers are going to want to use the performance line. So what my plans are going to be, and I was talking to a lot of coaches like in a mastermind, is to have the 80-day obsession, but I'm going to have like, are you a little obsessed? Are you sort of obsessed? Are you totally obsessed? And if you're totally obsessed, you're using everything. If you're like sort of obsessed, you're just basically doing the workouts and drinking Shakeology. And if you're a little obsessed, you're just doing the meal plan, but maybe not as crazy as like a full obsessed one. So again, you guys are going to get the meal plan maybe on January 8th, but it hasn't totally come out if we're getting the meal plan or not. We're sort of banking on it, which is why my challenge group is going to start on the 8th so that I can start the workouts on the 15th when the program is released. Does that make sense? Okay. They're going to release the program week at a time. So on January 15th, we're going to get the first 7 days. Because remember, every single workout is going to be a little bit different. And the reason they're going to do that is if you have any traveling challengers, they can download the full week of workouts on that Sunday, go travel, and have access to all of them. And then the next week, the next 7 will be uploaded. So they're all going to stay, obviously, but you're not going to like be able to move quickly through it. They want you to follow the plan. And then you can see here for new coaches and customers, like there's just, it's all going to be in the FAQ, but there's all different types of challenge packs based on how deep somebody wants to go with the full eating plan. A lot of you guys have seen Catalina. Catalina was Kelly's guest. She is a coach that was in the test group for 80-Day Obsession. All of those test group people had to do the workout at noon every day for 80 days. They had to follow the meal plan to a T, and they had to use Beachbody Performance. So the results that you see her getting, that was going like all in, right? So there was also people in the test group that didn't go all in, and those results obviously aren't as good. So Autumn has a whole thing. If you go into the FAQ, she does a whole It's also kind of running on demand. You may have seen it if you're waiting for her live video. She talks a lot about like, why energize? Why recovery? What is recovery doing? Why do you have to drink recharge? Catalina said that for the last like 60 days of this program, she had to use a foam roller almost every day. She was that sore. She said she like literally massages, getting into those ice baths, foam rolling. Like she was really in a tough place, and she's like pretty fit before she started. So I just want you all to know that this is not like your beginner challenger probably isn't going to be a good candidate for the 80-day obsession. Yes, there's going to be a modifier, but you can already tell just by the way I'm talking about the nutrition plan and just look at like all the equipment, that can be super intimidating to somebody. So just make sure that you're really spending November and December having good conversations with people so that we're setting up our challengers to be in the right program. Make sense? Okay. And it would be a great idea for you to figure out now when you're going to run your challenge group so that you can backdate it, right? So I also, like for me, I'm going to keep one group open for 80 days. And I will probably keep popping people into that group who want to do 80-day obsession so that they can join the dialogue and the conversation. But I probably will have smaller groups on the side that are going to be for like my person that comes to me and has 60 pounds to lose. And I know that 80-day obsession isn't the right place to start that person. I'll probably be having some mini groups on the side to get those people kind of up and ready. But the most important thing is really getting your calendars, however you do it, print it out, figure out your freemiums, figure out your themes, figure out when you're going to roll into what, and then when you can do some of your call to actions to get some good conversations started. And for those of you who really want to dream big, 5-star retreat next year is in the same place, October 4th through the 7th. So I think the way that they had it set this year is that you had to hit 5-star by, I want to say, end of August. So that's totally doable for several of you on the phone or on the phone. Why do I keep calling it phone? On Zoom right now. So I want y'all to get excited as well as like figuring out your game plan for what you're going to offer your challengers. Like, what do you want for you? Like, what do you believe in is possible? And that's important to start putting thoughts around. You know, hopefully you'll be having some one-on-one time with your personally sponsored coach, and you guys as a team can come up with some personal goals. But that's just as important as kind of knowing the trajectory of your business and how you want to take it. Where do you want to go? What is it going to look like? And setting some time every quarter to kind of reanalyze what those things are so that you're able to set your own personal goals up too. Okay, I've got a question here on chat. Are you asking me if I'm eating potato chips? Did it look like I was?
No, Laura, they're not potato chips.
Oh, it's to Dina.
Of course, I don't stay up this late. I'm like starving. I cannot.
I thought I was sending it just to her.
Cottage cheese and wheat thins.
Oh my gosh, so funny. So funny. Okay, so that's all I have, you guys, for slides. But what I'm missing is a whole section of social media training. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go live on our page so that you guys can all watch that at some point. And then I'm going to take that live video and I'm going to put it in Faithfully Fit, because the Faithfully Fit Academy is still sort of teaching social media with the old algorithms in mind, and the algorithms have totally changed. So because we've got 2 minutes left, I'm just going to tell you guys what I've noticed in the last week of learning this. It's really not so much like what time of the day you are putting your post up anymore, right? That's not what the algorithms look for. Now what the algorithms look for, if you put a post up, so like that simple question where I'm like, hey, there's a workout for you and your kids, would you do it? And when you get comments, like let's just, on this one, let's say I had 30 comments, right? What is Facebook? Facebook is a place where Facebook wants people to be social. So what Facebook algorithms look for is socializing in the thread of your post. So it's never been more important that when you have people commenting on your posts to go back and reply to that person. And so what I have been doing is and you want to be strategic about this. You don't want to see that you've got 30 comments and in one sitting sit down and answer all of them. right? Answer, like go to like the first 7 and reply with a question. Like I did another one about some sort of farro pasta. I took a picture in Whole Foods today. This is about to go down. Has anyone ever tried farro pasta? It was like crazy. Like people just like love telling you, yes, I've cooked with it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how did your kids like it? And then they answer back, and then I answer back. And all of a sudden there's all this like chit chat going on in the thread. That's what is going to boost your affinity now. It's not so much who likes your stuff right away. It's, are you providing content on Facebook that's making people more social? Because that's what Facebook wants. That's their mission. They want more socialization. So if you can get that going on, that helps your affinity. So here's a tip that I want you guys to try. I went live with my girls. So I like on my little plan here, it says Wednesday, 11/8, go live during dinner and confess that you've been using too many mac and cheese boxes and chicken nuggets. So we did. And we had this conversation. We're going to do better cooking. We've gotten lazy. Annie's mac and cheese, just because it's organic doesn't mean it's good for you. We do this whole thing, and it's so fun when you use your kids, because like Callie, my funny one, threw out some really like funny things that are getting responses happening. But before I went live, I went onto my phone and I went to like 10 people in my newsfeed and I commented on their posts. So if Facebook sees you being social before you put a post up, you will get more affinity for that particular post. Make sense? So if you like long gone are the days of like running into the bathroom on Sunday night because you're supposed to be having family time and you're in the bathroom like putting a post up really quick because you know you need to get a call to action. And I know a lot of you guys have done this before. Like, I'll be right back, and you put your post up. And it's going to get crickets now, because if you're not social beforehand, so don't worry so much about like, oh, it's Sunday night, I have to get a CTA. Worry about like, when can I go in and spend 10 to 15 minutes being social on Facebook, and then you put your post up, and I promise you're going to see more engagement in that post. So doing that helps the post you're about to post. But if you're conversational in all of your own posts, that's going to raise your own personal affinity. So I'm going to go down deep, and I'm going to do a big training on that so that I can put that in Faithfully Fit Academy, because Faithfully Fit Academy now is like, watch your audience, figure out the best nights to post, and that's not the way the algorithm works. So that was a really valuable piece. And then there's this whole other slew I could go into about Instagram stories, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I've thrown a lot at you guys this evening. Okay, any questions? Dina's like the big face on my screen eating now.
How do you find out all this Facebook stuff?
Well, it was part of a training. So when we go to these things, top coaches will train you. And this, like several of the coaches that have been doing this for a long time, were just talking about how Facebook, like they were putting posts up and like nobody was getting any sort of like response at all. So there's Facebook trainings that they've gone to, like there's Jesse Reagan training, there's different seminars, like there's people that provide a service to teach you about Facebook that actually have people that learn about the algorithms, and it just kind of information disseminates. It's crazy. Yeah. Try it. You won't believe it. Don't expect for it to happen the first time you do it, but spend all week doing it and watch your affinity, and you'll be blown away. All right. Some of the new people on here are probably like, what in the world did we just talk about? It's all right, girls. It's going to feel like you're drinking out of a water hose for a while, right? It does get easier. Every day gets a little better. All right. Anyone have anything else? We're good? Okay, guys. I will see you in December.
Oh my God. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving. I know. All right. I'll put the recording up soon for any of your coaches who missed it.
That was super helpful. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.